We developed a tester for the E-Z-GO golf cart emergency brake parking brake, electric parking brake. To test this, we have to release the brake, which is what happens. And normally the brake is engaged unless there's power put to it, and that's why that's a safety brake and a parking brake. And so when we put power to it, it releases it, and we can test it in that position to make sure there's no drag and that the brake is released properly. Then we can engage the brake again and make sure that the brake is holding with enough force to keep the cart stopped based on the specification. So we simply turn the machine on. We've mounted the brake on the machine, and when we do that, we use the load position, which releases the brake as though we're operating on the vehicle. When we go to the test position, notice the red light is on, and we hit the test button. The green light comes on, which proves that the brake is released properly and there's not excessive drag. Then you heard the next click. Now the brake is disengaged, and we're testing to make sure that we have enough braking force to hold the cart. Basically it. Turn the system off, go back to load, turn the power off, take the brake off, and we're done. So it's a matter of plugging the power plug into the brake, turning to the load position, which releases the friction disc. Bolt the brake to the machine. Now we're going to show an example of a brake that has failed in the release position, which is what happens when power is applied to the golf cart accelerator. The brake should release so the cart can move out of the parking brake position. So we loaded the brake on the machine, and we're in the load position. We go to the test position and hit test, and the red light stays on, which means we're not moving the friction disc inside the brake. And so the test is complete. We got a red light telling us we failed in the release position. Okay, we've mounted the brake on the machine. We've still got it in the load position. We'll turn that to off. Now go to the test position. Now we notice we get a green light on the release side. And then as soon as the timer gets done, we'll see it move the disc inside, and now we get a red light, which proves we have a bad brake in the lock position, and it's still good in the release, but it's not a good unit because it didn't hold. And that's essentially it. We have a simple test: red light, green light, good, bad. All you need to know is that you have clean compressed air at 65 pounds, at least 65 pounds of compressed air. That solves the problem of this E-Z-GO golf cart braking emergency brake.